Hey Pinewood families, it's Mr. Nitz. A couple quick announcements before we begin with what the students are supposed to be working on today. First is that today is Wednesday, March 18th, and today is the day that you can begin picking up food at Pinewood. Staff will be here to hand out bagged lunches and breakfasts from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You'll just be able to walk right up to the front doors by the office and get those things. Also, the building will be open until 5:30 today, so that students can pick up anything that they've left behind from last Friday that they want, any personal items or anything that they might need, notes or books. Also, students could bookshop in the classroom if they need to get a book or two to bring home as well. So today, students are continuing in the book Hatchet. They'll be reading chapter 12 and filling out a race paragraph. A couple people asked me about this one, so I want to detail that race paragraph style, what students need to be doing. First, I attached a picture from a poster in my room of what that race format looks like, and I can give you an example of what that might be. RACE, restate the question, answer, cite the source, and give evidence. So let's say the question was, how does Brian make fire? The R would be restate the question. Brian makes fire in the book Hatchet by, and that's the R, the restate there, and then answer. By striking his axe on some stone that has flint in it that creates sparks. Then I would go on to cite the source. I would say in chapter 9 of the book Hatchet, the main character Brian uses his hatchet to create sparks to make a fire. He does this in many ways. This is where I start to provide the examples and the evidence. And I would go on to use phrases like this proves that, or this shows that, or two ways this happens is. This is how you outline a paragraph. Probably most of these paragraphs should have somewhere between 40 and 50 words and probably about 6 sentences each. Also, RAS Kids is something that students should be doing every day. Maybe your kid has a great chapter book at home. Students, maybe you brought with you enough books to read for a long period of time. But the RAS Kids is something that I want them at least every other day, if not every day, logging onto, because it has quizzes, and this will give us some assessment of what they're reading and hold them accountable for that reading as well. It's going to be really hard for us to have any type of assignments or assessments of your students' work while they're gone. RAS Kids will provide one of those, and so I want them on that RAS Kids website. Phones, tablets, computers, laptops, anything that you can go onto the internet will work for RAS Kids. In writing, students should be done filling out their cards, and they should be getting ready to draft. A student or two has asked, do we need to write a rough draft and a final draft? Well, I guess that depends. If you're typing, I'm fine with one draft because things can be copied, pasted, edited, sentences added, words changed, all that stuff can be done pretty seamlessly on a typed copy. But if you're going to handwriting, we want you to write a rough draft, and that way you can add sentences in the margin, you can take things out, you can scribble things out, and then make a final copy. So short answer, typing it, one copy is fine to create the final copy. Writing it in handwriting, 2 copies to make a rough draft, revise and edit, and then do the final copy. In math, continuing on in your SMJ, that's page 105. And also, students should be trying some online multiplication practice, especially those students who are still on the basic Mad Minute, but all students should be finding a website. Find something that's fun. I won't even assign one, I'll just let you pick one up. In social studies, I have a feeling that because the Liberties Kids episodes are so fun and short, that many of you are even ahead of schedule. But today's episode 3. I want you watching those. Probably by the end of this week, students should have finished their highlighting of the big ideas cards. And also students should probably be able to finish the worksheet that has the stop sign icons on it. And those are the things that led to the Revolutionary War. By the time you get to about episode 5 or 6, I believe episode 6 is titled The Shot Heard Around the World, and that details the battles of Lexington and Concord, and that's where the worksheet ends, is Lexington and Concord. In science, you guys are watching some short videos from Mystery Science, just learning a little bit of the idea of how to think scientifically. Be clicking on those links. If you scroll back up in the Remind, students can find those links. As I know, more and more students have been signing up for my Remind. I really want to encourage them to do that so they're not waiting for a parent to show them. Also, students, sign up for my YouTube channel. Text your friends. Tell them to sign up for Mr. Nitz's YouTube channel, and that way they can do this in the mornings, or even when parents aren't home, they can still work on these things. I really want students to be connected to everything that I'm doing, so this can be a way to have them do that by signing up on a tablet or on their phone or whatever case that might be. Students, continue on your good work. I know that you've been working hard, and I really miss seeing you guys. I'm in my classroom today, and it just feels weird. It feels empty. Looking around here, all these desks and things. I know that the Pinewood staff is going to be doing a deep cleaning of our room and getting it back to where it's safe when we return, to make sure that everything is ready for us. Hopefully some of you will be able to come up to Pinewood today to get your lunches and breakfasts, foods that you'll be able to take home with you, and if anybody needs to pop in the classroom. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, and good luck.